Started. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the workshop of Federated Learning for Computer Vision. So I think there's a sign didn't change outside the room, so I just put a paper on there. So hopefully they will fix that in a minute. So hopefully you guys get used to the heat in New Orleans, but at least we get some fresh seafood and nice jazz music. So that's a plus. Okay, so my name is Chen, and I'm assistant professor at the Center for Research in Computer Vision at the University of Central Florida. So this is the workshop for FedVision. So this is the first of a kind to bring federal learning into the computer vision community. So we all know the centralized machine learning paradigm, right? So we have a lot of IoT devices in our daily life. We can share the data to the cloud and do the training on the cloud. Right, but there's a potential privacy risk. For example, if you share this kind of medical image data or maybe video footage, right? So for some action recognition. So if you share this kind of data to the cloud, then there's a risk of privacy leakage. So federated learning is a step towards privacy preserving machine learning. It is a decentralized training paradigm that the local clients or the users don't share the data to the cloud, rather just share the model update to the cloud. So still it's able to leverage the knowledge among all these kind of IoT devices and train a model collaboratively, okay? But there are also several key challenges for federated learning, right? So for example, the system heterogeneity, right? So in our daily life, we have many different devices, like mobile devices. We have drones. Maybe we all have some high-level desktop GPUs. So those hardware are heterogeneous. And we also have statistical heterogeneity, right? Because the data is not IID anymore. So we have this non-IID data distribution that will create the so-called client drift problem in the federated learning. And also, because we are sending this model update to the cloud, right, during the federated training round, so the communication is also could be a potential bottleneck for federated learning. So there's also issues with the communication, how we are able to reduce the bandwidth of the communication, especially for this resource constrained IoT scenario. So that's why exactly, the goal of this workshop, we aim to bring together researchers and practitioners working in this federated learning domain, trying to, study the different synergistic relation in this interdisciplinary area, okay? So we wanna thank all the organizers for this workshop. Me, Dr. Shah, and Dr. Ding, and Dr. Zhang, and Dr. Jane, and Dr. Ravi, and Dr. Nagin, and Dr. Josh. And we, spent a lot of time to get the papers reviewed, and also solicits a very good list of speakers for the workshop. So we have an exciting program. We have a total of 7 keynote talks for today. We have 4 keynote talks in the morning session. We also have 3 keynote talks in the afternoon session, okay? So here is the detail of the program. After 2 keynote talks, we'll have a short break, and then we'll come back for the next 2 keynote talks. And in the afternoon, we have 3. And at the end, we have an oral section, which we have 5 papers accepted in this workshop for presentation. And here are some of the details, okay? And finally, I wanna give a big thanks to the reviewers. They're able to provide very high quality reviews for the papers submitted to the FedVision workshop. So couldn't thank them enough to perform the review task on time, and so to ensure the quality of the accepted papers. Okay, so without further ado, we'll introduce the first speaker, Dr. Jeffrey Bryan. He's the CEO and the founder of the company VisLab. It is based on, is it Boston, Massachusetts? Yeah, Boston, Massachusetts. And he's going to talk about the privacy on the sensor side for computer vision. Gonna